Okay. Yeah, and for those who don't know, I've been recording some of these classes and uploading them to YouTube. So I'll put together a list of all the 45-minute classes that are available too. So when I do go on my maternity leave, you'll still have access to some of these longer classes if you want to do them at your own pace, okay? All right, let's start with a little bit of box breathing. So plant your feet on the ground. Just follow along with me. There's going to be a little bit of breath holding here. So if you find that uncomfortable, just breathe normally, okay? Breathe in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Slow exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. One more time. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Good. And then let's just bring the breath back to normal here. No breath holding. Good. Inhale, make yourself a little bit taller each time. One more time. And nice big exhale. Fantastic. All right, we're going to start with a couple chin tucks here. So what you want to think about is pulling your chin backwards. So don't pull your chin down despite the name, chin tucking. We're actually going to pull the chin backwards like this. So you're looking straight ahead. I'm going to turn so you can see. All right, I'm going to exaggerate this movement a little bit. Right now I have this kind of forward head posture, and I'm going to pull my chin backwards. Good. Hold it for a few seconds and then relax. And then again, I'm just exaggerating the movement. You don't have to do that. We're pulling the chin back and allowing the head to rest right on top of the spine. You can always do this against a wall too. If you put your back against the wall, you can pull the back of your head to the wall and try to just be aligned there. We're just trying to let this nice heavy head rest on top of the vertebrae. And that's a really good position to move from. So let's go ahead and pull the chin back. You don't want too much tension in the neck here, so don't be too aggressive. And this could also take time as well, so just take your time with it. Pull back a little bit, and let's start by rotating the head from side to side. All right, we're going to continue to breathe from the abdomen. Breathe with the rib cage, expanding and contracting the lungs with each breath. You're just moving at a nice slow pace here, just getting everything warmed up. One more time. Good. Okay, now let's look straight ahead. You're sitting up nice and tall. Let's tilt to one side. So look straight ahead, bring your ear down to one shoulder. You should feel a gentle stretch on the side of the neck. So now we're going to go to the other side, but you're going to roll. So let your head fall down, roll to the other side. Good. Hold it for a few seconds, roll. And when your ear is on your shoulder, you're looking straight ahead. Roll. Take your time with that roll. Good. Switch again. Your shoulders are going to stay level here, so you don't want to be leaning over to one side. Keep your shoulders level and really just allow the head to move. Let's do that one more time on each side. Roll nice and slow, bring your ear to your shoulder, and look straight ahead. then once more. Roll back to that starting position. Good. Okay, and then bring your head back to center. We're gonna turn the head to the side again, so just choose a direction to look in, and then you're gonna look overhead and bring your head over to the other side. Pause here for a moment and switch. I like to think of drawing a little rainbow with my nose. So it's going overhead, take your time. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Nice and slow with control. And one more time. Good. Okay, we'll look straight ahead again. We'll do a stretch for the muscles that live in the back of the neck. So you're thinking of doing that chin tuck again. You're pulling your chin backwards. You can take one hand, place it on your jaw here, so not on your throat, on your jaw, and you're pushing in. With the other hand, you're gonna grab kind of the back of your head. So I have a ponytail here, and I'm gonna envision myself lifting up the ponytail. So you can grab the back of your skull, and you're gonna lift that up towards the ceiling. So the hand that's on your jaw is pushing in, while the hand that's on the back of your head is lifting up. It's a little bit of a tricky movement, but what you want to feel is a stretch just under the base of the skull and maybe down into the neck. A little bit here. These are your neck extensors and your suboccipitals, subocciput, below the base of the skull. Okay, we're just holding it here. Make sure that you can breathe comfortably. If you can't breathe, then ease off. And good, ease out of that. You can just move your head around, relax your shoulders. Now you're gonna take both your hands and place them right on your breastbone, your sternum. You're pushing in and pulling down. And as you do that, you're going to simultaneously lift your chin up towards the ceiling so that you feel a gentle stretch along your throat. And then come back. So you just want a nice gentle stretch. You don't want to be very aggressive here. Go until you feel a gentle stretch, pause for a moment or two, and then come back. You can think of keeping your tongue glued to the roof of your mouth. It's going to require you to breathe through your nose, so if that's uncomfortable, then you don't have to do that. All right, and again, you can look up to the corner of the room. So instead of looking straight up, look up to the upper corner of the room, and you're pulling your hands in the opposite direction, pulling down and away. All right, just play around with that. You can also look up and then maybe rotate a little bit while you're up here. Just play around and explore the movement really gently. All right, sometimes what I like to do is I'll look up, and then from here, I'll just gently pan my head from side to side, maybe tilt away. So yeah, you can be pretty playful here, but just take it slow and be gentle. You can always come out, take little breaks. Let's do that one more time. You can experiment, see what it's like to relax your tongue, and then see what it's like to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you might feel a change in the way that the stretch feels in the front of your throat. And good, come back to center, and we'll just tie all of those movements together with some nice rotations. When I'm doing my rotations here, I like to visualize that I'm a puppet on a string, and my puppet master is doing is just gently pulling the top of my head up, so I'm creating some length through my spine, and then just introducing some slow rotations. Good, change directions. Sitting up tall, relaxing the jaw. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Okay, let's move down into the shoulders. So let's have the palms up like this, thumbs pointing towards the back wall, and you can just kind of pop your chest out from here. From here, we're going to round out the upper back, bring the backs of the hands together. So thumbs are pointing down, chin to chest. And you're going to extend and reach the fingertips far forward. So you feel a stretch through the back muscles. Go back to that starting position. So we're going to transition, palms up, thumbs back, chest proud, chin up slightly. And then round, flexing that upper back, rounding out that upper back, reaching forward. And again, try your best not to hold your breath here. Back and forth between these two positions. One more time. Very nice. Okay, relax the shoulders. I'm gonna stick the arms out again and twist in opposite directions. So one shoulder is going to roll forward, the other one's going to roll backwards. And we switch. Think of a candy wrapper, right? Twisting the ends of a candy wrapper in opposite directions. Try your best not to just move your wrists. We want to move from the shoulder joint here, rolling from side to side. And one more. Good. Okay, relax, shake out the arms. Okay, we're gonna go behind the head. You can imagine that you're washing your hair, braiding it, scratching your upper back, whatever you really wanna think about here. And then we'll shake it out and go behind the back, and you can envision yourself tying your apron. Good. You can always shake in between. Reach behind the head. Try your best not to push your head forward to do this. So look straight ahead, proud chest, and allow the shoulders to move back. And we're just moving, like I'm just kind of randomly moving my hands around, but if you want to be a little bit more strategic with it, you can actually think of braiding your hair or doing something that you would actually do, like washing your hair. Okay, behind your back, and you can really visualize yourself tying your apron here. Good. Relax. Good way to practice this is to actually tie an apron. Good. Behind your head. Keep breathing. Try your best not to hold your breath. And good. Let's tie the apron. Last one. If you're getting better at this, you can start to reach a little bit higher up on your back too, towards your head. And good, shake, shake, shake. Let's reach up and pull down. Reach and pull. Good. You can see I'm looking up at the hand that's reaching. So my whole body is involved in this movement. You can see my torso swinging from side to side. So it's not purely just an arm movement here. I'm rotating my body to make this a little bit more comfortable. One more time, and good. Now we're gonna reach forward and pull back. You're leaning forward, pulling back. You want to try your best not to use your lower back to pull here. So in order to do that, we're going to use our legs. So every time you pull back, think of driving the soles of the feet into the ground. Push the soles of the feet into the ground to propel you back up. So we're transferring that load onto the legs as opposed to using those little low back muscles, which are more designed for posture. Ready, pull, and one more. Fantastic. Okay, shake it out. Let's get the arms out to the side again, palms up, thumbs back, proud chest, chin up slightly. Good. Now we're going to go into our rounded position. Bring the backs of the hands together, reach the fingertips forward, tuck the chin into the chest, and back and forth between those two positions. just move at a pace that feels comfortable for you. If your hands can't actually touch here, that's fine too. You can just reach forward like this. Open up and round. Let's do that one more time. Open and close. You can bring your arms to your side or just give it a little rest. I always like to just rest my shoulders in between those movements. Twist. So keep your arms long. You can imagine that you're just getting your arms gently pulled away from you and you're rotating, moving from the shoulder joint. Right? So just try your best not to only move the wrists. Twist and twist. Good. Relax. Tough on the rotator cuff muscles. We're going to reach behind the head. Remember, we're looking straight ahead. Wash your hair. Scratch your upper back. You can think of putting lotion on your upper back. Good. We can reach behind, tie the apron. Good. You can lift your hands off of your lower back too. There's as much movement, as much variety of movement you can introduce, the better. Behind the head, rotate your wrists, move your elbows around. Just, vary it. And again, behind the back. Just play around, moving your hands, move your shoulders. Good. So that one more time in each direction here, reaching behind the head. And maybe notice if you're holding any tension where you don't need to hold tension. Is your neck, are your neck muscles really flexing hard? If so, just maybe give it a little shake and allow the shoulders to do the work here. Good. Same thing when you're reaching back. We might tense up more than we need to. So see if you can relax some of these muscles that don't need to be working, so you can really allow the muscles that need to work to do their job. So shake out your neck, relax. And good. Okay, let's climb again. Reach up, pull down. Or you can think of picking fruits from a tree. You can rotate as well. Think of changing a light bulb. Right, maybe a little bit of waving, a little bit of movement. Forward and back, side to side. One more time on each side. Good. Now we'll reach forward. So again, remember, use your legs here. So you're planting your feet into the ground. We're hinging forward from the hips and pull. Use your legs to pull. Same thing here. You can think of turning a dial. You can think of rotating. Imagine you're cleaning. Right, add a little bit of variety to your movement. You can move up and down, maybe side to side here with your arms. One more time on each side. And good. Fantastic. Okay, hands on top of the knees like this. And we're going to do some gentle cat-cows. We're going to round out the spine, bring the chin into the chest. And if you had a tail, you're going to think of rolling and sitting on top of your tail. So you're tucking your tailbone underneath your body. So that's flexion. And we're going to slowly lift up, look up at the ceiling, lift your sternum. You can think of lifting your necklace up if you were wearing one, pushing your abdomen forward slightly. And good. Just slowly move through those two positions. You're trying to visualize each segment of your spine, getting a little bit of movement. Right, you have muscles that live along the spine that help with movement and stability, but you also have muscles and tendons and ligaments that live between each vertebrae itself. So we want, in order for those muscles to function well, we want them to be able to move and receive blood flow. So Really try to visualize each segment of your spine and try to just introduce a little bit of movement to each section. One more time in each direction. Just move really slow here. You take your time. And lift. Good. Okay, come back to center. You can take one hand, place it on the back of your head. Try not to push your head forward. Flare the elbow open, and then with your eyes, follow the elbow that's on your head. So you're turning, 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 turning. Once you can't go any further, maybe take a deep breath in and out here. Come back. If you find it hard to place your hand on your head and turn like this, you can also just bring the arm back. Imagine just reaching for something in the back seat of your car. So whichever one feels better for you. Turn your head as well. Remember, add that breath. Good, and come back. Turn, take your time. And same thing here, we're thinking of each section of our spine, getting a little bit of rotation through the joints now. Back, sit up tall, deep breaths. Back, one more time on each side. Return. Last one. Right, make sure your head is also rotating. Your spine comes all the way up into your neck, the cervical spine. And return. Good. Okay, we're going to reach overhead now. Get a nice stretch through the lateral side of the body and come back. You can rest your hands across your lap. You can place your hand on your hip. You can even just reach down towards the ground, or if you have a sturdy leg of your chair to hold on to, you can grab that too. Or if you have a bench like I do, an exercise bench, you can place your hands on that. This super useful piece of equipment. A lot you can do with it. Side to side here. And pair this with some nice deep breaths. So when you stretch, feel your lungs, feel your rib cage, right? So you're going to expand your lungs to open up your rib cage a little bit further. Okay, one more. Very nice, okay. Let's bring the hands across the chest like this. Glue your elbows to your body. And we're going to start by drawing a little circle. Right, little rotation. Good. With your heart, right? Just using the middle of your sternum here to draw a tiny little circle. You're trying to rotate and move the middle section of your spine, the thoracic spine. So your hips should stay on your seat evenly. You're not leaning forward or rolling around with your hips. It's really just the spine that's moving here. Let's change directions. We're drawing a little circle, a little rotation, moving the heart. Continue to breathe. Especially with this movement, because we're focusing on the thoracic spine, that's the part of the spine that the rib cage attaches to. So when you pair some breathing with this, it helps to expand and contract the rib cage and get a little bit of movement through those joints as well. All right, one more. Good, okay. Oh, shake that out. Let's move into the hips here. Let's start with some high knees. Lifting up the knees, or medium knees for me now. Good. Working those hip flexors, important muscles that raise the legs. So you need this to be able to walk or go up the stairs or put on your shoes. Good. Okay, now you're going to reach, slide one leg out to the side. Notice how my body leans in the other direction, and then I pull back in as I bring my body together. So again, lean away, reach, and pull. You can place your hands, if you have a bench like I do, you can place your hands on the bench, but you can place your hands on your thighs like this as well. Or maybe one hand reaches out, it's up to you. Play around with it and just do what feels comfortable, but we want to shift the weight from side to side. One more. Good. Now we're going to reach forward, so I want you to try not to be too chair bound here. You can rotate. This is where your butt will kind of leave the seat. You're turning your hip, reaching forward with your leg, and then pulling back. Again, turn the hip, reach forward, and come back. And again, you can brace on your own body. If you have an armrest or somewhere to hold on to, you can do that too. Turning and pull. Turn and pull. Very nice. Shoot one leg out, point your toes, lock out the knees. So it's a completely straight leg. We're going to do some straight leg raises. Lift and lower. Another great way to train the hip flexors. You're going to feel those muscles in the front of your thigh working hard here. Okay, one more time. This time we're going to hold for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, shake it out, open and close the knee. And same thing on the other side. So point your toes, no bending in your knees. We're going to lift from the hip joint. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and relax. Just get a little bit of movement through the hip joint here. And good. We're gonna go to a wide stance now. This is called our seated good morning. So wide stance, and then just take a little step out with each foot, just so your knees are not at 90 degrees. You want them to be a little bit longer here. The legs a little bit longer. Arms across the chest, back straight. So try not to round that upper back and come forward. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs, maybe even into your hamstrings. We'll just hold it there for a few seconds. To come back up, you're going to drive the soles of your feet into the ground. You really use your legs to come back up here. Pause for a moment. And again, back straight. We're hinging forward. And press. Okay, do that a few times. I like using the bench for this too. You can actually go the other way. And what's really nice is you can actually support yourself on the bench like this. Right? So you can always put something in between your legs and just make it a little bit more gentle on yourself. Sometimes I like to just hold and hang out down here too. And it's a really great way to open up the hips. Get a nice hamstring stretch. Very good. Okay, one more time and then we'll come back up. Use your legs here, press. Good. Okay, let's go back to our marching. Lift up the legs, alternating from side to side. Good, okay. Lateral reaches. So you're leaning and reach. Do a little experimentation. Try to keep your torso upright and try to shoot your leg out. And just see how that feels. It might not feel as good. So lean away and come back. Good. One more time. Now we're going to reach forward. Again, if you reach forward and pull back, you may not be able to bring your leg very far, so play around with rotating your hips and seeing if you can get your leg further away. We're rotating, turning the entire body. One more time. And good. Straight leg raise. So point your toes, lock out your knee. We're going to lift. 1, 2, lifting with the legs here. 3, 4, hold it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And switch. Point your toes, lock out the knee, and we're going to lift. I like to breathe out as I lift. You're compressing your body. So think of the movement of an accordion, right? When you push the ends of an accordion together, you're gonna push the air out. One more time and hold for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Good. Wide stance again, nice sumo stance. Take a step out. And we wanna make sure that the knees aren't collapsing in. So I actually like to push my knees out like this as I'm doing it. If you find it easier, you can also hold onto your thighs, right, and come down and come back up. But if you can, try to keep your arms across your chest, coming into this hinged position. Feel the stretch, hold on to it for a couple seconds, and then press the feet into the ground. Good. Pause at the top for a moment if you need to, especially if you have trouble with level changes. And press, using the strength of your legs here, okay? 2 more times, hinging forward, feel the stretch, press the legs into the ground to come up, and 1 more time. And up. Ah, very nice, okay. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching and movement for the ankles. So the first one we're gonna do, you may have to play around with this depending on what your seat is like too. So you might have to slide off to like the end of your seat to be able to do this. I'll turn. You're gonna bring the top of your foot, so the shoelace side of your foot, down to the ground. On my bench, I can kind of tuck it underneath the seat like this. If this is just not accessible from a seated position, you can always do it from standing. So you can hold on to the wall and then just flip your foot over like this. So you're stretching the top of your foot and into the shins. So hold on to one side. You can push the top of your foot gently down into the ground. You'll feel that stretch enhance a little bit. So you can do that periodically. You can push down, hold it for a few seconds and relax. You can even play around with just gently leaning back here. You can support yourself, right? Leaning back, you'll feel that stretch a little bit further, so you can rock in and out. Don't let your foot cramp, right? If it's not used to being in this position, it might not like it too much, so just be gentle on yourself. Okay, take your time easing out. Take your time, get a little bit of movement through your ankle joint. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So like I said, you can do it from standing. You may have to modify a bit too. So here, top of the foot is on the ground. If you're wearing shoes, think of putting your shoelaces on the ground. Right, and then you can push down, push the top of your foot down gently, hold it for a few seconds, and then ease off and relax. So you can do that periodically. You can lean back, get a little bit of movement here, and just play. You can even rotate your foot just a little bit and see how that stretch changes. Good. One more moment here, and take your time. You can shift if you need to kick your leg back. Get some gentle movements through your ankles. Very good. Okay, plant your feet on the ground like this. We're gonna lift up the toes on both feet. Right, lift up the toes, heels on the ground. You can feel that same muscle, the same muscles we were just stretching. Those are the muscles you're using now to lift up. And if you want to feel the muscle at play, you can just find your shin bones and move just to the outside of that with your fingertips. Right, those are the muscles that are working to lift your foot up. So every time you take a step forward, this muscle has to engage to lift up your foot so that you can place it down without dragging your feet. Very important muscle in the body. We don't think about it very much. We think about our calves, but we don't think about the other side. This is the opposing muscle group here, right? Your calves point your toes down, while the muscle here, the tibialis anterior, lifts your toes up. Good. Now you're going to lift up your heels. So keep your toes on the ground. Now we're working those calves. We want to make sure our calves are pumping here. Right? They act as a pump for our vascular system to help return venous blood, old blood, back to the heart. Right? In your venous system, the part of your cardiovascular system that returns used blood back to your heart, there's no pump in it. It's just one-way valves. So it's dependent on the movement of muscles like your calves to help push the blood back to your heart. Good. So movements like this, especially if you're seated for a long time, so if you're on a plane or a train for a long time, these movements are excellent to help that blood flow return back. But the best exercise for doing it is walking. Walking is the best thing you can do for returning blood flow. And good. Now, keep your feet planted here. You're going to block your knees from moving out and roll onto the outer edges of your feet. Eversion. Okay. You'll notice the knees will want to open up like this, so that's why you're putting your hands here. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Just do that a couple times. Good, and now you're going to do the opposite, so you can put your hands on the inside, letting the feet roll in. You're not going to get as much movement here, so you're trying to roll on the inside edges of your feet, lifting up the outsides. And you'll see that the knees want to buckle in together, so you can place your hands on the inner thighs to try your best to prevent that from happening. And one more. Good. Okay, shoot one leg out, and we'll do some slow and smooth rotations, as smooth as you can. Good. Change directions. And very nice. Switch to the other side. Time here and make sure it's just the ankle that's moving. Change directions if you haven't. Good. Okay. Now you can place the feet on the ground again. You can do it from standing. I'll do the first round from seated, and then I'll do the second round from standing, but you can do both rounds from standing or seated. It's up to you. So we're going to come up onto the tippy toes like this, and you're just going to walk back and forth, lifting up your legs. If you find this easy, you can lean into it a little bit more to make it more challenging, or you can stand up. Okay, so your toes stay on the ground, heel is elevated. Okay, now we're going to lift up the toes, walk on your heels, leaning from side to side. Good. A couple more times. Walk on the outer edges of your feet like this. We're lifting up. Strengthening the ankles in a variety of positions. Good. Inside. This is built-in ankle support. If you can strengthen your ankles in a variety of ways, then you won't need as much ankle support when you're walking. Good. Okay, now if you'd like, you can do the second round from standing. You can stay seated or stay standing, it's up to you. It might help too if you have, your chair or just something to hold on to. Even just being close to a wall is sometimes nice to do. So do what feels safest and most comfortable for you. We're here to prevent injury, prevent falls. So you don't want to fall right now. Not the time. Okay, so you're on your toes here. Feel free to walk around too. You can just pace back and forth. Just be mindful of your environment. Walk on your heels. Walking on the heels, right? A lot less control when you're on your heels here. Good. Walk on the outer edges of your feet. Good. Very nice. And then inside edges. Knees come in a little bit. Plant your feet on the ground like this. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed. I want you to have a slight bend in your knees here. I'm going to shift the weight from side to side. So just make it very subtle to start, and you can start to shift over more and more. You can elevate the heel on the lighter foot. So as I lean away, I'm going to lift up the heel, keeping the forefoot down. Eventually working towards getting just the big toe on the ground. And then from here, once most of your weight is supported on your other leg, it'll make the transition from here to here very, very gentle. So take your time. Just find that spot where you feel a little bit challenged, but not so challenged that you're gonna fall over. Pause there for a moment and then switch. For some people, it might mean taking the foot off completely. For others, it might just be a little bit of a weight shift, just getting used to putting some weight in the leg. I like to think of where my belly button is, right? That's your center of gravity is typically in the midline of your body. So if you can get your belly button on top of your supporting leg, that's gonna make it easier. I often see a lot of people move their heads first. You want to try to shift your hips first. And your hips move. Good. Now I would suggest having something that you can hold on to, something sturdy, and then you can lift up a foot. And we're going to hold here. So you may want to just try it without any holding on to anything. You might just need to hold on to something the whole time. And you can also work towards just maybe being lighter with your touch on whatever was supporting you, or periodically testing your single leg balance. Good. So wherever you're at with that, that's fine. Just make sure you feel slightly challenged, but also safe. That's gonna vary from person to person, but also from day to day. If you didn't sleep well, if you're dehydrated, if you got a lot on your mind, sometimes your balance isn't gonna be as good. So maybe use a little bit of extra support. Good. And switch. So again, see, watch I shift my weight over first, and then I pick up my foot. If I just stayed with my feet 50-50, and then I tried to lift up a leg, well, I'm gonna fall over for sure. So that's why I wanna shift first, and then pick up a leg. Good, and then again, use the supports as needed. If this is starting to get super easy for you and you're like, this is not a problem at all, slowly start to shift your gaze. Slowly start to shift your gaze around your room. Take your time here, but if you don't find the single leg balance easy while you're looking at one spot, focus on that first. And switch. And shift the weight over. Pick up the foot. Again, if you find this super easy, start to pan your head around the room. Slowly. Don't dart your head back and forth too much just yet. Very And good, okay. Plant your feet on the ground, weight evenly distributed. Soft bend to your knees here, breathe in. And exhale, give yourself a little hug. Stand up tall, inhale. And exhale, little hug. 2 more times, inhale. And out. This time stay standing and then just let your arms fall to your side. And relax. Awesome, very good work everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. I will see you next week. Or no, what day is it today? Tuesday, Friday. I'll see you on Friday.